Have you been intrigued by financial advisors who claim they have an investment that will let you share in the gains of the stock market but avoid any losses? And this same product promises you lifetime income. That's an investment pitch that sounds very attractive, especially if you're heading into retirement. The financial product they're talking about is a fixed index annuity, also known as an index annuity. And today, we're leveraging the power of artificial intelligence to do a deep dive on an actual index annuity contract so you can better understand how these complicated insurance products really work. I'm Mike Palmer, certified financial planner and founder of Arc Royal Wealth Management. We're a fee-only financial planning firm, and we love educating people on personal finance. Index annuities are a complex and misunderstood financial product, so using AI can be helpful to understand exactly what's involved before you sign on the dotted line. The annuity contract that we analyzed was the Athene BCA 2.0 12 fixed index annuity. The contract was over 180 pages, so it's understandable why people have difficulty understanding these products. We ask AI to analyze the fees and commissions associated with the product, to explain what happens if we wanted to get out of the contract or needed a large distribution from it in the next 10 years. And to also provide a list of important things to consider before purchasing. The first thing AI highlighted was that getting money out of this annuity could be expensive. For this annuity, you're subject to a withdrawal fee, also known as a surrender charge, during the first 12 years of the contract. You can see the surrender charge schedule here. These charges apply to any amount that you withdraw that exceeds the free withdrawal amount for that contract year. The free withdrawal percentage is 5% in the first year of the contract and 10% for all subsequent years through year 12. Let's look at an example. If you put $1 million in this annuity and decided you wanted your money back 18 months later, you'd incur a minimum of a $125,000 surrender fee. Unfortunately, that's not all. FIAs are layered with other fees and expenses. These are optional, but most advisors who sell annuities encourage the purchase of these riders. And in many cases, they get paid more if you do. In this Athene product, the available riders include an income rider of 1%, an enhanced death benefit rider of 1.25%, and an annual strategy charge of 1.5%. We'll discuss the annual strategy charge in more detail in just a moment. AI emphasized that these fees are incurred annually and they reduce your crediting rate. An example may help explain. Let's say that your index annuity returned 6%, but your contract included the income rider, the enhanced death benefit rider, and the annual strategy charge. Those additional fees, which total 3.75%, get deducted from the 6%, which means your market value only increases by 2.25%. The fees took a whopping 63% bite out of your return. Sellers of FIAs promote the idea that these annuities let you share in the upside of the market, but with none of the downside. While that sounds appealing, especially to someone going into retirement, what does it really mean? The Athene annuity we analyzed uses a participation rate to determine how much of the index that you select is credited to your annuity. The participation rate is the percentage of the index growth that you get added to the value. Now, for this specific contract, here are the various index strategies that buyers can select, along with its participation rate. Let's say that you selected the Shiller-Barclays CAPE index, for example. You'd get 85% of that return or pay 1.5% to get 155% of the return. In my opinion, it seems that insurance companies who sell annuities use behavioral finance biases to nudge consumers toward buying the annual strategy charge. In this case, how the participation rate is framed, 85% of the return at no cost, but nearly double that for just 1.5%, is a classic framing technique designed to put more money in the pocket of the insurance company and the advisor. In just a moment, we're going to look at how some of these indices and this Athene annuity have performed. But before we do, I wanted to contrast the index annuity approach to how we approach retirement planning. At Ark Royal, we don't sell annuities or any other commission products. We believe there are more effective ways to design your retirement plan that will provide you greater flexibility and at lower cost than index annuities. If you'd like to learn more, just click on Book a Call with Mike in the show notes below. Let's look at how some of the indices in this annuity offering have performed. The 5-year performance of these indices has been what I would describe as mediocre at best. And remember, without buying the strategy enhancement, your return is actually less than the numbers presented here. These 5-year returns are all single digits, while the S&P 500 index is up over 85% for the same period. This product has a 2-year point-to-point crediting structure. This means that your return is calculated by comparing the index's value on just 2 specific days, the start date and the end date of the crediting period. In this case, 2 years from the date of purchase. This 1-day valuation creates more volatility for your potential return than if you had the flexibility of choosing when to determine the value. Think of it like this. What if your job performance, yearly bonus, and a potential raise are based on just 1 day of your work? And what if you got caught in traffic and arrived late to work that day, or got sick the night before, and your performance that day just isn't up to par? And that big project that you completed last month, that's completely ignored as part of your review because your raise and bonus are based on just today's work. I think most people would prefer to be judged on the totality of their work effort, but with a fixed index annuity, that doesn't happen. Once most people understand how FIAs work, they realize the downside protection comes at a very high price. There are a few more things that AI warned about when buying a fixed index annuity. Many insurance companies offer what's called a premium bonus. A premium bonus is an extra amount of money an insurance company adds to your annuity account when you initially purchase the product. Think of it as a signing bonus from the insurance company to encourage you to buy. This Athene annuity included a 14% premium bonus, which seems pretty attractive. However, in order to get that money, there's a vesting schedule, which means if you don't keep the money in the annuity for at least 12 years, you get none of that bonus. It might be worth asking yourself, if this is such a great investment, why are they paying me to buy it? AI also warned that an index annuity is not directly invested in the index that you select. Instead, your annuity is simply a fancy IOU with the insurance company. You're not buying shares of any stock or index directly. Instead, the amount credited to your annuity is based on the participation rate that we described earlier and the price increase of the index, if any. It doesn't include dividends. Historically, dividends account for about 1/3 of the S&P 500 total return. This is a subtle but important nuance that works in favor of the insurance company. Over the last several years, we've been contacted by dozens of people who bought an index annuity thinking they were getting one thing, only to find out later they got something much different. And unfortunately, because of the steep surrender charges, finding out later can be an expensive lesson. Finally, don't rely on what an advisor says about an index annuity. Get it in writing. Or better yet, ask for the annuity contract before you sign and let AI do the analysis. I hope you found this video helpful. If so, be sure to hit the like button and subscribe to our channel for more retirement planning tips. If you'd like to learn how we proactively lower your tax bill and help your money last as long as you do without the fees and handcuffs of fixed index annuities, we invite you to give us a call. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you again soon. If you'd like to learn more about the benefits of working with a truly independent and objective fee-only financial advisor, we welcome the opportunity to talk with you.